Nerve agents are a class of organic chemicals that disrupts the mechanisms by which nerves transfer messages to organs. Poisoning by a nerve agent leads to contraction of pupils, profuse salivation, convulsions, and involuntary urination and defecation, with the first symptoms appearing in seconds after exposure. Russian military intelligence officer Sergei Skripal and his daughter Yulia were reportedly poisoned on March 4 in Salisbury with Novichok, a class of military-grade nerve agents developed by the Soviet Union at the end of the Cold War. Sergei Skripal, born June 23, 1951, is a former Russian military intelligence officer who acted as a double agent for the UK's intelligence services during the 1990s and the early 2000s. In December 2004, he was arrested by Russia's Federal Security Service and later tried, convicted of high treason and sentenced to 13 years in prison. He settled in the UK in 2010 following the illegal program spy swap. Spokeswoman, Russian Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Maria Zakharova, says London has still not provided the Russian side with any details on information that could shed at least some light on what happened. British Prime Minister Theresa May says Britain will consider further retaliatory steps in the coming days alongside its allies.
The UK government concluded that it was highly likely that Russia was responsible for this reckless and despicable act, and there were only two plausible explanations. Either this was a direct act by the Russian state against our country, or conceivably the Russian government could have lost control of a military-grade nerve agent and allowed it to get into the hands of others. Mr. Speaker, it was right to offer Russia the opportunity to provide an explanation, but their response has demonstrated complete disdain for the gravity of these events. They have provided no credible explanation that could suggest they lost control of their nerve agent. No explanation as to how this agent came to be used in the United Kingdom. No explanation as to why Russia has an undeclared chemical weapons program in contravention of international law.
Maria Zakharova said, "We plan to introduce reciprocal steps. They're currently being worked on and will be adopted in the near future." London still hasn't provided the Russian side with any details or information that could shed at least some light on what happened.
As British authorities investigate the poisoning of a former Russian spy and his daughter in England, there is much mystery about how exactly the brazen attack was carried out. Ties between the courts of Moscow and London dates back to 1553. Russian-Britain relations hit the new low as a result of the poisoning of Sergei and Yulia Skripal. Gimalo-Angel, Olowogoke reporting for Level Plus News.